Good afternoon, Jacques. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Perhaps if we could just start with a brief introduction to Every Angle and, of course, where you fit into the company.
Of course. Every Angle is a company and also a software tool. So the software tool has the same name as the company. And we are focusing on solving a real problem for the industry, which is make sure that your IT can follow the dramatic changes that are existing in the market today. So we make IT more agile than the company.
So what are the typical problems then that people have with their IT systems that you're here to solve?
What companies are suffering from is, and everybody is suffering from actually, is that the outside world is changing at a very high pace. So you see it over the last 10 years, things are changing dramatically. If the outside world changes, then also your way of controlling your company has to change at the same pace. And if that changes, your information needs change. And IT can't follow that change. That is due to a number of reasons. The most important one is that it is very, very difficult to get information out of a very complex ERP system. Plus, it is also very, very difficult to find the right people who know exactly what happens in the processes. We have tried to solve both. That is what we are focusing on. So making sure that the people on the floor and their managers get information on how orders flow through the system and what to do in order to improve the business today and tomorrow after.
Now, often when people talk about keeping up with IT, they usually refer to hardware. So what exactly is it that your software does that enables people to keep up?
Our software enables to build KPIs very, very fast. So actually you don't have to wait 3 months in order to get a KPI. We can do that in less than 2 days. And when we have a KPI and that KPI turns into orange or red, in a normal situation, what people will do is they will take the phone and call the floor and say, hey George, solve this, the thing is red. In our case, what we're trying to achieve is that if a KPI turns orange, that we can pinpoint exactly what the problem is and what the problem orders, because that's multiple, the problem orders are that are generating that orange KPI. And then to be able to figure out what are the causes for that in order to solve that, in order to take action. And that is what our system does, and that is going into a much more detail into the data instead of being on an aggregate level looking at beautiful colors and beautiful graphs.
So this is the kind of thing then that can be, say, brought into people's existing systems, their existing hardware. Is it something
Absolutely.
that needs a new upgrade?
Absolutely. If you have SAP, because we are only focusing on SAP, if you have SAP, our system is up and running in less than a day. So we plug it in, and a day after you're looking at all the data. It's completely automated, completely focused on SAP, which is also weird in the SAP world. Most of the time it's a lot of programmers, a lot of people, a lot of consultants. Not the case here.
So how are you able to achieve that?
Because we put more than 130 man years in figuring out how SAP works.
Fair enough. That's a fairly direct response.
Yeah.
So we've been standing in front of this performance management chart. Perhaps you want to explain a little bit about what it's about.
Well, actually, what the normal BI systems go for is what is on top is classical corporate performance management. We have a long-term plan, we have a long-term budget. From there on, we make department budgets, and then, of course, when we have those budgets, we are measuring performance versus budget. That's what these things do. And if there is a deviation, we can maybe analyze why. What we need in the world of today is a day-to-day operation support, where we also do a little bit the same thing, but then on the order level. And that is where Every Angle comes in. So actually what we do is we connect purchase orders over transportation orders, over production orders to end customers, to customer orders, and doing the left-right analysis throughout the processes. That's exactly what we do. And there's not many people who can do that, not many software packages who can do that.
So obviously volatility has been one of those things that has been discussed non-stop, risk and risk mitigation.
Exactly.
What exactly is it then that you would say you're able to achieve that you otherwise wouldn't if you weren't using Every Angle?
For example, what we can do is, as I just explained, we couple incoming orders or sales or production orders to an actual sales orders, purchase orders to sales orders, giving insight in what is happening into the chain. With a predictive analysis. So looking at all the data that's in your system, we are going to predict whether or not an order is going to be on time. So if something changes in the market, for example, there is a typhoon or whatever, and one of your suppliers is broken down, is getting down, we can immediately figure out which customers are going to be hit by the fact that he can't deliver. Yeah? So this is the type of information that you need. Or for example, if the market is going down, we can calculate how much exposure we have still for the orders that we thought we were going to deliver. So how much money is hooked up at our suppliers. That's the way our customers use it. So if something happens at the end, they are going to look what the exposure is. If something happens at the front, they're going to look what the risk is. And of course then something that we can do about it, because we see the problem before it occurs.
Of course, well, this is fantastic stuff, but unfortunately we do have to call it quits here. So if people want to find out more about Every Angle, where is it they can go?
They can always go to the website, www.everyangle.com, and there you will see the movies of all our customers and how they think about our system and what we do. It's all over there.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Cheers.